Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of What Do We Have Here?
Yes, sir. This is episode 16. And in case you missed the other 15 episodes that we work hard to put out here for you guys, this show is about me and my buddy keeping in contact with each other, even though we live thousands of miles away. Well, maybe that's a bit of an exaggeration, but I don't know.
It's a long way.
It's
long
a long way,
distance.
right? And even though we live so far apart, we still keep in contact by sending each other random stuff and basically filming it so you guys can go on this journey with us.
Well put, dude. I mean, what other way can you say it? It's exactly what we do. And it just so happens that it's your turn this week to open up something new. And I know I've sent you a few. I lost count. I sent you a few things. But I know you got a few things to open. So I am just as excited as you are. So here we go.
Once again, Gio, you have done it by sending me a short stack of packages. I have parcels of different sizes and shapes. Well, pretty much they're all box shaped, but
I mean, they could be bags. We've gotten bags before.
This time it's all box, baby. And this first one I grabbed ain't giving it up that easy. I recognize the back of this box. Silverhawks, Steelheart. Okay, all right. We're getting this off to a good start because, I could go on and on and on. Okay, Silverhawks, in case you didn't know, was a cartoon in the 80s. It was supposed to be a companion piece to Thundercats.
Okay.
Right? So it was produced by the same people. Rankin and Bass. Rankin and Bass Animation. They were responsible for a lot of animation back in the days. They actually did the first Hobbit, or one of the first Hobbit movies. They animated it. Look it up. You'll like it. Silverhawks, man. Such a cool character design. I don't know if you can see, but it actually has that chrome finish that I love. I mean, I would expect nothing less from Silverhawks. Man, y'all are doing it to me, Super 7. First, y'all, you got the Zartan a couple weeks ago. And then now I got the Steelheart.
And let me tell you, that was a sneaky one, man. Because I remember when you were showing me your figures, you showed me another Silverhawk, and I was like, man, I wonder if he knows who this character is. It looks cool. Let me send it his way. And mind you, I know nothing about the Silverhawks whatsoever. So I'm just sitting here. I'm sitting pretty. I'm just going to see what you got. Like, what do you have to say about this? Because I have no idea about it. But I am very interested.
Tons. Okay, so like I said, Silverhawks was supposed to be a companion piece to Thundercats. So they were all supposed to be in the same universe. It was actually 3 series that were all tied together in such a way. So it was Thundercats, Silverhawks, and the even lesser known Tiger Sharks.
Sharks?
Yeah,
I've never heard of that. At least Silverhawks, I had heard of it, but I knew nothing about it.
Tiger Sharks, man, you got to look it up.
So then I guess Thundercats was the one that made it out, the best out of the 3.
Thundercats was definitely the most popular and the first one out of all of those 3 to come out. But Silverhawks was a really good runner-up. There were a lot of things different that Silverhawks did that set them apart from Thundercats. Number 1, each Silverhawk had a hawk or a bird that comes with them. Like they had a companion that was actually a hawk.
Like a real hawk. It wasn't like a metallic hawk.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah, it was a cyborg, just like how the Silverhawks are.
Okay.
The Silverhawks are cyborgs. They're not born this way. They were made.
So like Silverhawks, like that's completely off my radar, let alone Tiger Sharks. I'm going to research Tiger Sharks. You know what? I'm going to find it and watch Tiger Sharks.
So one of the best things about these cartoons is that their opening sequences They put a lot of time and energy and extra effort animation wise to make sure that it grabbed your
Yeah.
attention. So the opening sequences are usually awesome. And they always, since it's the 80s, you have to have a catchy kind of song to go with it. So yeah, definitely check it out. You'll go on a trip,
Okay.
basically.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, what an amazing job Super 7 has done. I mean, she still retains a lot of her feminine curves, even though like she has a lot of mobility, and that finish is just outstanding.
Is that like actual like does it look like chromish? Like
Yes. Yes, it looks like actual chrome, just the way that it's supposed to be in the
dude, that
cartoon.
is awesome.
So, Silverhawks, they're not only called Silverhawks because they have hawks, they have these really cool armpit wings that come out, right?
Why'd you have to put it that way?
Which is
They're armpit wings?
well, that's what they are.
They
Yeah.
don't call them armpit wings on the show. I'm sure that, well, I'm not sure because I haven't seen it, but they don't call it armpit wings.
Well, I'm calling them armpit wings because that's what they are.
Us as kids, we would name things and just not know what they are, but we would name them. I mean, Batman always had the Batman ears. I mean, were they really ears?
They're supposed to be ears, I think. The Wolverine thing, I don't know what those are.
Those aren't
Right? The
ears,
Wolverine
but
mask.
we would call them the Wolverine
I don't know
ears on his cowl or whatever you want to call it.
what.
Whatever, man. Hey, you know what? Armpit wings works. I like it. We need more. We need more characters with armpit wings. Spider-Man had armpit webs.
Yeah, Spider-Man had armpit webs. Batman Beyond has armpit
He
wings.
does. You're right. Yeah. Okay. Hashtag armpit wings.
Bro, get you some. She has a lot of hands.
Okay. So they did the whole Super 7 treatment. They basically give you a ton of accessories.
And so she has two sets of arms, one with the armpit wings and one without.
Oh, that's cool.
So this is their flight mode. This is they
Nice.
come out, they fly. The second coolest thing, or maybe even the first, all right, maybe I should have mentioned it first, but when they go into battle or when they go into flight mode, they also pull down their masks.
Dude, I was about to say that. I'm like, yo, how cool would it be if they had like helmets or something that covered their face in silver as well?
So coincidentally, one of the standout features of these masks is the very Mandalorian style visor on the mask. And this is something that they all have.
Dude, that actually looks really, really cool.
She has good head mobility. Bro, the cartoon was so fresh. Like they would all like go in formation and stuff like that. They'd have lasers that come out of their shoulders.
I mean, it was an 80s show. It had to have lasers.
Yeah.
Come on.
You know? Now I gotta figure out how to play with her and not leave fingerprints all over her.
I was about to say that. The finish. I wanted to mention, I was like, man, how do you keep that finish clean? If it's chrome like that, like you have to use like the white glove treatment when you move your figure or pose it up just to not leave like a
Yeah.
bunch of smudges on it.
Yeah, or like wipe it down when you're
Yeah.
done so you can keep your oils and stuff like that from ruining the
Uh-huh.
finish. It's a really lovely piece. Now, Super 7, I know that you guys released them at first and they didn't have the chrome finish. This is a new thing. This is like them putting the actual glossy finish on it. So yeah, Super 7, I'm glad that you fixed that oversight, but I still feel kind of messed up because I got Quicksilver and Quicksilver does not look like Quicksilver. He looks more like Quick tin foil.
Quick aluminum.
Yeah, yeah. So, but this is what I
Oh,
was expecting, and this goes above and beyond. So, nice job, Super 7. Nice job.
yeah, man. That actually was a really cool figure. I'm actually interested in Silverhawks, man. I do want to check it out.
Good. It's a good watch. Their bad guy is awesome. They have a really cool bad guy roster. You know what? We were talking about we were talking about the finish, the chrome finish, and not ruining it. Super 7 includes a
Wow.
little claw. to wipe down this character.
Yo, bravo, Super 7. They thought of everything, man. Listen, we've praised Super 7 before, and these type of things, like that stands out to me.
Classy. That's beyond that's
I
classy.
like that.
All right. And yeah, look, even her hawk has a little bit of
Cool.
mobility for posing and stuff. So I mean, with these accompanying animals, you can't really expect a lot of articulation or anything like that. So you kind of take what you can get. Super 7 always does an excellent job of following the template set forth by the animated series, like the GI
Yeah.
Joes, the Thundercats, everything like that. I mean, they're very true to their original roots. So this is the first one that I get that actually looks like how she's supposed to look. Sometimes when they do like female figures, you kind of sacrifice a little bit of the anatomy here and there with the sculpt or with the costume, however, the case may be. But she is just artistically beautifully done.
That's what's up, man. Well, hey, we got to give this a shelf score.
Definitely. Okay. Super 7, Silverhawks packaging really isn't a lot going on there. They do have the clear window, which is excellent. But for the Silverhawks line, at least, they don't really put a lot of pizzazz on the outer packaging. That being said, I would give the outer packaging presentation about a 7.
7. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, 7. I think it's good. Now the physicality of it, that I have to give top marks. 10.
Wow.
This is a 10 in physicality. The chrome finish,
Yup.
I just with these type of characters, if you ever watch the animation, you'll see what I'm talking about. They actually spend a lot of time making sure that it has that type of effect on screen. So for the toy to, no pun intended, reflect that, that is top notch. And then for them to add the additional cloth to keep your figure nice and shiny, the 3 heads, the 3 sets of hands, the 2 sets of arms. I mean, you're getting everything that you could actually want with a figure
Super
like this.
7 has not disappointed on this show. Every time we get a Super 7, man, it's like, yo, these figures are incredible.
So yeah, top mark, 10 for
All
physicality.
right. So we got a 7, we got a 10. Now, for Joy, how happy does this figure make Mr. Noon?
This makes me extremely
That's what's up.
happy. Okay, but I can't just go around giving 10s everywhere because it makes it not worth that much, right? And besides that, while she is an essential character, she wouldn't be what I would have considered some of my favorite characters from the series. So that kind of factors into the happiness score. I would give her an 8.5 on the happiness
8.5.
score.
All right. So we got a 7 for presentation, a 10 for
10.
physicality, big 10,
Yes.
and then an 8.5 for Joy, giving you a total of 8.5.
8.5 top shelf score. Ooh, Steelheart. Girl, you are definitely a valued member of my collection.
And guys, don't forget, you get yourself a Steelheart handle with white gloves. Don't leave any prints. If not, wipe it down with the Super 7 cloth.
Do not accidentally throw away the Super 7th cloth, okay? They put that in there with love. You better use it.
True. All right.
All right, on to the next package.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
I have no idea what it could be. What do we have here?
You are my friend because you pay attention to the things I say. This is one of the main reasons why you are my friend, is because you really listen when I say that my first G.I. Joe was named Rock and Roll. Okay, and before I open this, I'm gonna have to bore you guys with a story. I don't know if I'm gonna end up cutting this out or not.
Doesn't matter,
Okay,
man. You have to say the
but
story.
I got my first GI Joe on a summer trip as an inner city youth to Massachusetts. I had never gotten a GI Joe before then. Right, I was in the fourth grade. Okay, and the people that I was staying with in Massachusetts got me my first GI Joe, and it was Rock and Roll. This character was my first introduction to GI Joe.
Dude, that's awesome.
You have no idea how this brings me back. Rock and Roll is one of the original lineup of Joes. He was one of the Joes featured in the original miniseries. G.I. Joe did not appear on television as a regular daily television show at first. They introduced the series by having two miniseries. And in the first wave of Joes, it consisted of Duke, Scarlet, the earlier rendition of Snake Eyes, Rock and Roll. Other characters would come on later, like, Quick Kick and all that stuff. But the original lineup was Joe's. They all kind of stuck more to their original army
Mhm.
roots. Most of them look like regular army dudes, basically. But Rock and Roll was always a little bit different. Just the fact that he was in uniform and had that huge bushy beard
Yeah.
was rebellious enough because that's not regulation, right? In the army back then, you can't have that facial hair. And if you notice, none of the other characters had it. Doc, Duke, none of them had facial hair. Maybe I think Dial Tone had
There was a few
some.
characters that had facial hair, but none that looked uniform like that. Like not that I remember. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Rock and Roll to me was one of those toys that I liked playing with just because it's like you said, he looked a little bit more rugged than the other Joes. Plus, he came with that big ass gun, dude. I thought that was actually really cool. And when when the classified line announced that they were dropping a Rock and Roll, they released a modern day look of Rock and Roll. He had the tattoos and everything. It was a cool figure, but I didn't remember him like that. He had too much going on. So when I saw that they were going to be releasing it as a retro card back, like the card back figures, like the original card back figures in that one, I was like, yo, that's such a cool figure and whatnot. But then I remembered how you had told me that that was your first ever Joe. And I was like, dude, this would be perfect for High. Like, I can't pass up not sending him this. So they had recently come out. I think this year they came out. And I jumped on it. I was like, nah, dude, High's got to get this one.
That is so awesome of you, man. Thank you, man. That is so awesome of you. His weapon, I believe it's a 50 cal. I'm not really too sure what
Yeah, it looks
caliber
like
it
a
is,
50
but
cal.
his weapon
Yeah,
is one of those big rifles that you have to lay down. And you see the little legs over here. The little legs are for the ground. You lay on the ground.
that's a cool one, man. That is a cool figure. And then he has more rounds on his chest, right?
Yeah, his bandolier is
Yes,
separate,
dude.
his belt separate,
Nice.
and of course, gotta put his helmet
Let's
on.
go. This line of the retro figures, yo, they're knocking them out of the park. Like I actually do really
Yeah,
like the retro card back figures because yeah, they're sticking to like the original colors. They might even change up the figure a little bit to make it look more vintage. So yeah, man.
like this is him, dude. I mean, I think that they really hit a good kind of balance between modernizing him and sticking to the roots, you know? And this hits all the marks, dude. Comes with a stand too. The stand has the little Joe
Yo, like
thing like
yeah, yeah, yeah,
embedded
like
in there.
the classic Joes, man.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
used to use those stands as like snowboards and stuff. I don't know about you.
Bro, one of his hands is throwing up the devil horns right
Yeah,
now.
let's go
Bro,
rock
Imma
and
have to
roll.
put him I'm gonna have to put him on his stomach though in the dirt with his gun, dude. Just
Well, brother, we gotta give rock and roll a shelf score.
here we go. Here we go. Off the bat, and I gotta retrieve what's left of the packaging because I tore into it. What I love about this packaging is that they take the retro approach. They give you the information card in the back, um, which if you're a fan of GI Joe from the beginning, G1, you already know that that was one of the ways that you would get to know your
Yep.
character. You know, like oftentimes, um, a new character would appear on the show and there would be so many new characters being introduced that they didn't have time sometimes to go into their backstories or anything like that, so this would be where you would get that information. And so love the packaging, not as complicated packaging as some of the newer packaging goes, but I love the nod to the nostalgia. I would give it a 7.5.
7.5 for presentation. Hi. Do you remember? I'm gonna take you back. I don't know if you remember this. Do you remember how GI Joes they would give you a free GI Joe if you would mail in a certain amount of either UPCs or it had to be like
Yeah.
I don't know about you. Do you ever remember as a kid it kind of breaking your heart having to cut the cardboard out? Because I actually used to like
Yes.
keeping the cardboard so I could see all the different Joes on it. It broke my heart cutting that box, but I knew that was the only way I was going to be able to mail in to get the figure.
Yeah, but also, I mean, it was made to be cut out,
Yeah.
that the back part, because that whole identification thing, it has, perforation marks on
Uh-huh.
it. So you're supposed to cut those out. So a lot of us used to cut those out and put them in a little, like, index card box or whatever, and that would be our GI Joe file, you know? But yeah, yeah, I mean, it did seem, a little bit overboard to have to do all that, but that's what you had to do. I think they did that for the Sergeant Slaughter
They
figure.
did it for several. It made the whole mail-in thing, like it made it stand out. Like I thought that was actually really cool. But yeah, there was a ton of
Yeah.
figures that they released as mail-in order, mail-in only.
Okay, well then
Yeah.
physicality is a 9, man. Physicality is a 9. I mean, you know what? Physicality is a 10 because
Wow, you changed it. I saw that
because
look on your
you know,
face right now, man.
bro, because look, okay, see, he has this joint right here, but he
Uh
also
huh.
has the ball joint on the feet like a real ankle does. You know what I mean? And he can still point his toes and stuff. This is a 10. I mean, he has all his weapons and accessories.
Yep.
They're independently free of his body. It's a good size figure. It feels good in your hand. And he can just about do anything that you want, any pose that you want.
It's the beauty of the classified series. They really thought it out. They really thought out everything about the
Yeah.
figure, being able to holster all the weapons, the backpacks, the hands being able to actually hold the weapons. Little details such as putting just the index finger into, to be able to like put it on the trigger. Incredible.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that 10, it's well deserved.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it. I love it. It's a 10. And then, like I said, happiness score. This was the first Joe I ever got, and it definitely was not the last, and it will not be the last
Yeah.
because this was the first Joe that I got. Maybe if the first Joe that I got was Doc, I might not have gotten into collecting Joes, you know? But the first one I got was Rock and Roll. I mean, that the name alone kind of like screamed to me at such a young age even, you know what I mean? So, yeah, it's a 10. It's a
That's
10.
awesome, dude. All right. Well, we got a 7.5, we got a 10 and a 10. That gives us a total score, a shelf score of 9.2. Let's go, rock and roll. Let's go. It's awesome,
This
dude.
is beyond cool. Beyond cool, man. We have gotten to the last box.
And I think I know what this one is because I know how to do process of elimination.
Last box, y'all, of this 3-box parade.
So, we're down to the final box.
The last of the Mohicans.
This has been a fun episode, man. Episode 16. Wow.
Episode Sweet 16, man. What is this? We were just talking about Thundercats and I get Mumm-Ra! Sorry, I know that kind of redlined the audio. Mumm-Ra, ladies and gentlemen, Mumm-Ra. This is what I got.
Never apologize for being happy. Ever.
This is the dude right here, Super 7. Once again, what is going on here? Super 7, you're taking over. You're taking over my collection. And it's a beautiful thing because you guys are doing stuff like this. So if you don't know who Mumm-Ra is, Mumm-Ra is the main villain of Thundercats. And he starts off like a little mummy guy, and then he turns into this big creature right here. And this is like his battle form. You guys are gonna get some love mail from me. They've come out with 2 versions of this figure. And this is the reason why they've come out with 2 versions of this figure. One version has the regular finish with the regular paint job. This is the power version where he is translucent
Love me some translucent figures, man.
with even his little mummy
Yeah.
wraps are independent, and they are also translucent.
Wow, man.
Super 7 has saw fit to add a ton of accessories with this figure. We have multiple sets of hands, some shooting energy. He has his bolo weapon, real string.
Oh, dude, that is cool, bro.
He has an additional head,
Oh, wow.
as if he could be more scary. Just a cherry on top, let's say. Mumm-Ra's
Wow,
winged cape.
bro. Actual cloth. Everything.
Actual
Let's
claw.
go.
Winged cape.
Wow, man. Okay, question. Question. Was it a posable cape or is it, do they give it
The cape does not have the
the
wire.
wire? That's what I was, yeah. No?
It does
Okay.
not have the wire, but it does have the attachments to attach to his wrists and his head. So they move with his
Okay.
arms, basically. Just like in the show. This is my first bad guy from the show, and this is definitely one for the books. Bro, you have outdone yourself this episode.
Yes.
This is amazingness.
Shout out to the 80s cartoons, to all the greats, the unknowns, the knowns, and the noons.
Bro, this is bringing me back to my childhood. This whole episode has brought me back to my childhood. I mean, you got Thundercats, you got Silverhawks, you got G.I. Joe. It's the 80s all over again. Like this is wild.
All I was looking for were figures that were gonna put a smile on your face when you opened them up, and I think I nailed it with this episode. So we gotta give Mumm-Ra a shelf score.
Okay, so packaging. Packaging, I would give them a they get an 8. They get an 8 for packaging.
8. We got an 8 for presentation. So what do you say with physicality?
Physicality, man. Physicality, I think we got another 10. We got another 10 on our hands, man. This is amazing. I mean, I don't know what material this is made out of. My lights are definitely not doing this justice, but you could like see through it.
I like it, man. Like from the moment that you took it out of the packaging and you mentioned that it was translucent. See, there's certain translucent figures that they claim to be translucent, but they actually aren't. They're a little bit like cloudy. I'm looking at that figure, and yeah, you said it. You know, your lighting it might not do it any justice, brother. I'm looking at the figure. It looks awesome.
Like he looks like he's about to unleash the power. So yeah, he gets a 10, and I guess he's gonna get another 10 for
Yeah,
happiness, man, because Mumm-Ra was a bad MFer. He was a problem for the Thundercats. I mean, he went even as far as to make himself into a fake Thundercat, infiltrate the Thundercats, mess everybody up. Like that's the type of stuff that he would do, and that was like on a Wednesday, right? 10 for the
wow.
main bad guy of Thundercats. 10.
Well, That's an 8 for presentation, a 10 for physicality, and a 10 for joy and happiness, giving you a total shelf score. Mumm-Ra will be receiving an 9.3.
9.3 is all right with me.
Top shelf, brother. Top
Dude.
shelf.
Yes.
Hell
Top
yeah.
shelf straight to the top.
That's
Yes.
awesome, man.
Straight to the top. This has been a really special Sweet 16 episode, man. This is great. Thank you.
Absolutely,
Thank you.
man. Absolutely. Well, let me tell you, as happy as you are, I definitely was happy as well, man. Like getting to 16 episodes is a milestone, but we keep doing it. We keep doing it every week.
Yeah.
And next week, I mean, last time I checked, I think I got something, huh? I got something coming my way.
Uh-huh. Oh
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Oh
I,
yeah. Maybe a few something.
Today's episode, like I said, as fun as it was for you, it was a hell of a ride for me because, dude, you educated me. Silverhawks, you got Thundercats, Mumm-Ra, you got the rock and roll. Dude, I'm glad that you really enjoyed these, man, and I'm glad I enjoyed this time with you guys, man.
With that being said, let's bring episode 16 to a close. My name is High Noon, and I thank you for joining us on this wonderful, wonderful journey down memory lane. Gio?
Guys, make sure that you comment, subscribe, and like, and we will see you next week. Goodbye.